Hello, guys. We are here, and this is the Money in the Bank
PreShow.
presented by That Wrestling Show.
These are your hosts,
I am Brian the Stinger.
and I am the Rock Blaster.
Yeah, I still won't question why you're wearing the Lakers uniform.
Well, you see, that's not important right now. What's important is the Money in the Bank PreShow.
Yep.
Because I could go on about your red shirt all day when the Cardinals are far superior. Let's go Holiday!
God, no.
Yeah, Holiday's a man.
Oh, boy. But anyway, we are here to make our predictions about the pay-per-view. These are not spoilers, these are just predictions. So, what's the first match?
Well, before we get into any matches, let's start off with, any predictions. Maybe a Divas match. What could you see?
I could see a Divas match. I could actually see, Layla taking on, maybe Beth Phoenix again, or maybe taking on AJ, but it'd be odd for her to take on AJ because AJ's supposed to be doing something later in the night.
For me, I think maybe, we could see a Lumberjill match between, like you said, Layla and Beth Phoenix, or perhaps there's just some Divas Battle Royal to happen.
Yeah, I would actually like that. And another match I want to see is pretty much a United States title match between David Otunga and Santino. Because I really think that Santino really needs to prove himself more before... I know he's going to be competing in Money in the Bank match, but he needs to prove himself more to face, more competition, try to better him as a wrestler.
I wouldn't mind seeing David Otunga get a run with that. It could really help his career and his credibility as a wrestler. So next, let's just get out of the way of predictions and move on to the first match, which is on the YouTube pre-show. The WWE pre-show, which is going to be on their WWE Fan Nation YouTube page. And that is the tag team champions of R-Truth and Kofi Kingston versus...
The Primetime Players?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know then.
You really don't?
No.
Oh, it's a good thing I keep up with this.
Yes.
They're going to be facing Hunico and
Camacho. Yes. Yeah.
See, I even forgot myself.
Yeah, now I know.
I have the whole thing pulled up on my screen.
Yeah. And the thing about this is this is not a tag team title match, right?
I don't know. Let's just say it isn't.
Primetime Players need to take on R-Truth and Kofi. I really want to see what they can do with a title shot, not this match right here.
Yeah.
This is one of the matches where I say it's the most pointless match to watch because you kind of already know who's going to win. Because Hunico sucks.
Alright, moving right along. Next, we have... I guess the...
SmackDown Money in the Bank.
Yeah, which is Christian, Santino, Lord Tensai, Damian Sandow,
Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes,
Tyson
Kidd, and who's out? Who's the other one? I can't remember. Oh, Sin Cara.
There you go. Late edition.
See, I know everyone, but this being filmed the morning of, so I'm kind of tired.
Anyway,
thing about this match, all I've got to say is that, whoever wins this, as long as it's not Santino, I think could have a really good run with the title.
For me, all right, let's just do this. Pick your 2 favorites to win and a dark horse.
My 2 favorites to win right now would be Dolph Ziggler and Christian. A dark horse for me would be Tensai.
For me, my 2 main choices would be Dolph Ziggler and my man Cody Rhodes. And my dark horse, personally, would be Tyson Kidd.
I still say the thing about Cody Rhodes now, and this goes back to what I was talking to you earlier about, saying I don't want Cody Rhodes to end up like The Miz, to where he wins Money in the Bank, wins the title, and then falls flat. He becomes flatlined. I want him to get built up really good and win the title the right way, not just Money in the Bank.
Okay. Next, let's do this in succession. Next, let's go for the world title match between Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio.
This match does not need to happen. I already say that it don't need to happen. Del Rio's had, 3 shots now?
I think.
3 or 4 shots. Trying to get a title and holding it only for 1 month. Sheamus deserves this title still. From WrestleMania to now, I think he's only had truly 1 good match as a title holder. And that was against Dolph Ziggler last month at No Way Out.
For me, I want to see Alberto Del Rio win. Just because I want to see what he can do as a world champion. I mean, he had the WWE title, but this is different.
Yeah, I would like to see it. But the fact of, him not, being part of, or getting hurt a lot, I don't think he's truly ready. I think he's still got built up real too quick. And that's just my take. But, if he wins, congratulations, everything, and Ricardo and him could still be buddies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see what's next.
The Raw Money in the Bank.
I was going to save that for last, but okay. For the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, you pick, basically, since there's just 4 people, Big Show, Kane, Chris Jericho, and Cena, just pick one winner. Who do you think is going to win it?
First, can I say that this is so wrong to only have 4 people in the Money in the Bank match?
I agree.
Just for that alone, it's horrible. But I've got Kane in this. I think Kane deserves one more chance at the WWE Championship. And just hold it for a couple months. And then, there we go. He's got it. It's the be-all, end-all for him. And maybe he faces The Undertaker at WrestleMania next year. And that's his last match.
Hearing you say that last part surprises me. Because I know what you want at WrestleMania for The Undertaker.
Oh, I know.
We'll get into that in a different show.
Yeah.
For my prediction, I'm going to say John Cena. But here's the thing. I want to see him just because he's the guy that basically has won it all, but he kind of hasn't won this. And who knows, maybe he might be the first person to lose. He might, because he gets too cocky when he gets it. He could get arrogant, and then he'd realize he'd mess up and go, oh no.
Alright. Who's your dark horse in this match?
My dark horse in that match, Kane.
My dark horse is actually one of your guys.
Jericho?
Yep.
Nice. That'd be my second to win it.
I got Jericho because Jericho's been in just about every Money in the Bank match. He knows everything. He hasn't won it yet, but I think he could win it and cash it in that night. Just saying. Especially with the match that we're now going to talk about. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan with AJ as a special guest referee. I've never seen, still a better love story than Twilight.
Well, that's true. That is true. I said that on the SE Scoops Facebook page. Well, my status, but anyway. For me, I say possibly CM Punk is going to win it. Somehow, like, AJ goes crazy, she gets injured, another referee. I just don't see Daniel Bryan, or if Bryan wins, I see a Money in the Bank winner cashing it in on it.
Yeah. I think with this, too, it's going to be to where I think AJ's going to play with him. And then...
Giggity.
That is true. But I think the thing is that AJ's going to be... If you guys don't know it, there's a match back in 1999 to where Stone Cold was the referee for Kane versus The Undertaker. He made it to where they both got knocked out and count 1, 2, 3, and it was a draw. So I'm thinking that it could be a draw to where AJ's gonna let both of them win, and then the Money in the Bank winner's going to come out and cash it in right then and there and win the title. Whoever that may be.
Well, that sums it up for Money in the Bank. It's really...
Yeah, and Ryback's also going to probably have a match against probably Tyler Rex and, Kurt Hawkins. So
I'd say Brodus Clay's going to appear somehow.
Yeah, probably. I'm saddened that, Brodus Clay didn't even get in Money in the Bank. That's actually sad. That, you have Big Show and Tensai in there, but you don't have Brodus Clay.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for today on this pre-show, but we'll be back maybe for this SummerSlam pre-show. You'll see us again in other videos, and even some new members coming up.
And until then, just keep it steady and everything. Make sure you watch WWE Money in the Bank tomorrow night on pay-per-view at 8, 7 Central.
There you go. And I'm the Rock Blaster.
And I'm Brian the Stinger.
And this is
That Wrestling Show.